I think we've seen this with a few IPOs in recent times. This is the first of kind of a few of the unicorns, high-profile unicorns coming to market in the technology space. And we've seen with a few of them that actually it's come to the public market at below the last financing round in the private world. And I think that's a function of just how much money and capital is going after sort of a limited pool of opportunities in the private world. You mentioned SoftBank Vision Fund in terms of investing in Uber self-driving unit. There's Alibaba, there's Tencent, there's all of the big kind of mega cap tech companies out there, as well as all of the big PE and VC guys out there, and you're seeing some very elevated valuations. And we would actually argue that private valuations, that we're seeing some pockets of hype and overvaluation much more than what actually we're seeing in the public markets, and that's then reflected in the IPO pricing of some of these companies.
What do you think about Pinterest specifically? Just looking at their numbers, some of their numbers, close to $1 billion in annual revenue, but still recording a loss. All of these tech companies that are coming to market consistently report losses year after year after year. For Pinterest, it's small. It's about 63 million or so. But how is this company going to monetize, especially given how much it's lagging in the advertising market versus some of its peers?
And these were obviously questions that came at Snap and at Twitter before that. Yeah. We see this as a much more obvious advertising platform. So I think when Ben Silverman came in and met us pre-IPO, he gave a very erudite and compelling kind of case for monetization, that this is actually an advertising platform that makes a lot of sense versus a social media. We wouldn't actually categorize it as a social media company, because the advertising in many cases is actually the content for home decor, for travel, for auto. And so it's not a kind of a tax on your time as it is within messaging or within your news feed. So we see a pretty clear path for very significant growth in their advertising revenues. We expect the company to be profitable at some point this year and to grow their profits quite significantly over the next 5 years, which means that the valuation we can actually get our head around, which is something which has not been the case with some of the other IPOs we've seen.
So I was reading that Pinterest actually launched around the same time as Facebook, which is really interesting. Why did it take it so long to IPO? Why was it private for so long?
By its very nature, I think, and the platform, it is a slower burn type of company. It's not the viral nature of social media, which is why I say we wouldn't characterize it as a sort of a social media platform. It's very much about an individual, their sort of voyage of discovery of their interests, and they're not looking for validation in sort of a social way from your friends or from your sort of wider network. And so as a result, it takes a longer time for it to build. In terms of users, you've seen the user growth is perhaps quite a lot slower than we've seen from other platforms. And then also the advertising, again, it kind of goes hand in hand, that the content of advertising, and that creates the content for people to want to use the platform. Again, that has to go hand in hand, and particularly on the international side, that's going to take a bit more time. So we think this is a slower burn platform.
Hi, I'm Joanna Bersecci, and thank you for watching. You can check out more of our videos by clicking on the boxes on the screen. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more from CNBC International. Thank you for watching.